Hey guys, welcome back to another interview. I just want to remind you everyone to join the Discord if you haven't already, and of course hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. But let's get going. Today my guest is Alex, also known as Aless Pluss on gamejolt.com. He has created 3 games there, all of which have received several views, one of them almost breaking 5,000 plays. All of them are very creative. I've loved playing each and every one of these games, and today he has a lot of great things to tell all of you new developers, so you're going to want to stick around for this whole thing. Without further ado, let's listen in. Alright, well, hello Alex. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. It's all an honor to have you in this interview. Many thanks for wanting to talk about some things. Yeah.
All right, glad to hear it. We're just gonna jump right into it here, and I want to know. I've been asking everybody this same question: why do you make video games?
Okay, well. Believe me or not, it all started when I was little, about 6 or 7. Everybody on my school used to play video games, Mario Bros, you know, Nintendo stuff. But I was the only one that didn't have video games. I mean, any video games. So I asked my dad to have games. My dad is a very kind guy, but he hates them. He hates video games. He still thinks games can distract you. But after a month, I was still asking him to have one video game. And one day he said, I will let you to play video games, but you have to make them.
That's quite the motivator.
Yeah, I accept with only 7 years. First of all, I want to say that I don't want to say that I'm a better creator because I start with 7 years. Just want to tell that my dad wanted to me to not play games, just to be creative.
So what kind of games did you start with? I have to ask, like, did you actually start making video games when you were 7? And if so, what did you make?
Well, actually, the first thing I made was a button. Yeah, a button. You know, a button. When you click that button, it takes you to another screen. That's just that.
That's all it was? I mean, that's a good place to start. You gotta start somewhere.
It took me 2 days, you know. Oh my God. I had to show a tutorial, a YouTube tutorial. I remember that it was very difficult to me to write the code because the quality of the video was so low that I had to zoom, you know, on the code.
Oh yeah, I suppose that was a while ago when video quality was not exactly high.
Yeah. And after that, I started to create some platform games. Platform games, you know, like Mario Bros, jump, run, shoot enemies, take points, and defeat bosses. But until 2014, I started to create my very complete first game. Yeah, because I didn't finish any game until that moment.
Well, I'm glad you did finish it, because you got some cool games on your page.
Well, yeah, it was my first game to finish was Plusses, you know, the horror game. But it was very difficult to me because, you know, I used to make games with just 1 or 2 levels and without background art, very simple.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
I guess. But finally, I finished it on 2015, I think. But it was just a demo. I published it, and it had just 30 downloads. But but my dad told me to don't be disappointed, just moving forward and having fun. The objective to make games is have fun.
And yeah, that's a good mindset to have. So I guess I want to flow into the next question here right away, since we're talking about the kind of games that you decided to make. What inspires you in your games?
Yeah. I have to say that it's an interesting question. I get inspired by my childhood, and then I feed that inspiration with music or movies that are related with that theme. You understand me? Or?
Yeah, did you say children?
I get inspired by my childhood.
Okay.
For example, for plushies, I get inspired on my toys that I used to sleep with. And yeah, for astronaut, it was a little bit weird inspiration because I was scared for space science child. And when I was child also, I listened to a Lost Astronauts tape.
Okay.
And he was talking about how he was dying.
Well, that's an interesting thing to listen to as a kid.
Yeah, I was a little bit curious to all the weird things. Yeah, well, it arrived me, it scared me as hell. That's the reason I made Astronaut with some jokes and cute enemies to take away the fear of the space.
You certainly nailed the cute enemies. They're adorable.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, see, like the stupid thing, to make video games. I made Astronaut in a weird way. I made first the expansion and then the game.
Okay, interesting. That is a weird way to do it.
Yeah, and 6 months later, I made the trailer.
Well, that's not so weird. The trailer part, anyways.
Yeah, it was not weird to make the trailer late after the game, but 6 months later is like you last a lot.
Yeah. So, since I guess you've made 3 games now, at least based on gamejolt, you've completed 3 games. Along that process, what kind of challenges do you hit, and how did you push through them?
Well, the first challenge point, I have to say, it might seem a little bit disappointing, but it's to make a game that evokes whatever I feel. I try to focus on this thing first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and also I have some difficulties with programmation. Obviously, I had to create my own codes because I want to improve my programmation. I last like 3 or 5 months to make it. There's no YouTube tutorials that teach you what you specifically want, so you need to have some imagination.
Yeah, that's true. No, there's going to be no tutorial to tell you what you think or how you feel.
Yeah, and that's a challenge. But there's how I push through it. Well, I said it with imagination and patience, a lot of patience, and well, you have to have motivation.
Yeah, you're not gonna complete a game if you don't really love doing it, and that's been a common theme I've been hearing. Is you need to have passion for what you're doing.
Exactly, that's the word, passion.
All right, so now I want to ask you a little bit more technical of a question. What engine did you use to create your games, and why'd you choose it?
Well, I start with Adobe Flash. You know the
Oh
Flash
yeah,
engine.
I know Flash.
Okay. So and I still making games with Flash. That's the only reason. I used Unity 3D also, but my computer is a bit slow and destroyed, so I had to quit it. Um, I think you made games also, isn't that?
I've tried. I've tried so many times to actually make a game, but I've never had the time to actually sit down and make one. I've been thinking about making one. I have an idea. I just actually have to learn how to do it.
Uh, okay. Do you know the engine?
I'm probably gonna end up using Unity.
Cool. So 3D. So a 3D game. I I hope you make it and have a very success.
Thank you. Me too. So, along that lines, I'm gonna ask you probably a little bit harder of a question. Why do you think that people play video games? I guess you could simplify it to why do you play video games?
No, yeah. Personally, I think video games transmit a lot of fun, and they get more difficult with each level you play, so the player doesn't get bored. It's like a song. The song changes the way the that he. Sorry, I lost myself.
That's fine.
You understand me? It's like a video game improves its own difficulty. Is the game has only easy levels, the player will quit. But the games are made to be challenged and to make the player think, oh, I can deal with that.
So, they let you play and you think other people play because of the challenge that video games present. Like, they continually challenge you, even after you learn new things, they just make it harder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why I play video games. That's why I play so many platformers. I just like getting challenged like that.
Yeah, that's why there are a lot of players of Cuphead, and yeah, you know, Cuphead is, for example, a difficult game.
I've seen that. It looks very hard. I mean, your game even gave me a little bit of a challenge there at the end.
I know it well. I was watching the live on YouTube, and I was thinking myself, oh my god, I have to put a little bit easy, or at least a checkpoint, because you have a reason. You're right. If some player has arrived to the boss and then he lose, he must have the opportunity to start a game, but in the boss, no all over again. Yeah, I will change that.
Yeah, I think that was my only advice that I gave you for that. Otherwise, the game was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Alright, so last question here. What advice do you have for brand new developers?
Well, my advice for the new developers is have fun making games. Don't make it for the success or the money if you aren't happy with it. Players will notice the effort you put in a game. Also, I want to say that don't surrender, but keep moving forward. That's it. Don't look others' game and think, oh no, my game will not be as good as them. No, that's not the way you have to think. You have to do it and think that your game will be like as an experience for improve your game. That's my advice.
That's some pretty good advice for new developers. Well, they need to hear that from people like you that have done it, people that have made the sprint. It's important to keep fighting.
Thank you. Thanks.
I will.
Yeah, tell me.
No, go ahead. If you have something to say, by all means.
I don't have anything to say because I never imagine does it say imagine to create in your mind, you know?
That's the right word.
I never imagined that someone gonna ask me an advice, because I'm not a teacher and it's a little bit weird to say an advice when I'm learning. But yeah, that's my advice, and thank you for the question.
I mean, you've done it. Even if you're not technically a teacher and you're still learning, you've already learned a lot and you have a lot to say about what you've done. You've experienced quite a bit. So a lot of people need to hear that stuff. But I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope you had a nice time. I'm going to go ahead.
Can I say some?
Yeah, go for it.
More? For the people that it's like another advice, or just observing that advice. For people that thinks that their games will not be a success, I want to say my experience with the success on my game classes. Can I?
Yeah.
Well, when I published the demo, it just had, as I said, it had just 30 downloads. It's just not a success. My dad told me to don't be disappointed, just to moving forward and having fun. I still agree with him. I don't know why on April 2016, a year after I published the demo, it was a completely success. 650 downloads in the 2 first months, and then 1,000 on June. Until now, it has 4,300 downloads, I think. And I remember having to see and comment on a gameplay every day, and I was very happy. So, you don't know if your game will have a success. It may last 1 year, or 2 months, or a half year. That doesn't mean you are not a good developer. That means that the environment you are maybe it's not the time to have a success, and you have to wait. And when while you are waiting, you can improve and make other games.
That's more good advice. See, you're just talking it's weird to give advice, but you have a lot of great advice to give. Success is not often overnight. It takes time. It takes patience.
Exactly. Yeah, I last a year, to have success.
Yeah, exactly.
I will share you a very fun fact. You know what is Indiegogo?
Yes.
Indiegogo, for the people that listen this interview and don't know, it's a place when you put a project, you share a project, and people give you money to make it real. But I try to make it with my games. I work a lot on that Indiegogo campaign. I record a video talking in English that was very difficult to me. It was in 2015. You know how many money I won?
$5 or €5.
Yeah, $5, but less 5.
Oh, jeez.
Zero.
Oh, zero.
$0. it was so painful that I was. It was so painful. I remember that it was. I thought, oh, it will be a success. I will have a lot of money. No. No.
I think everybody secretly hopes that'll work out.
Yeah, but that was I learned something. To don't expect success and don't make things for money. And I'm happy and grateful to don't have any money from Indiegogo. I'm very grateful.
That's a cool perspective you have there. Anything else you wanted to say?
I want to make spam. You have to subscribe to Xavier Understein. His channel, the Elite Gamer, Habo Gamer, I think
Yep.
it is. The Elite 3 Hobo Guy. Sorry, you have to subscribe to Elite 3 Hobo Guy. I want to make that spam. Sorry.
Well, thank you. Yeah, my Discord username is confusing because I can't change it here. I made this a long time ago. Well, thank you for everything you have to say. Thanks for all the advice. I know people listening appreciate your time and your games. Obviously, you've had a lot of success with your games because they're all pretty cool. I've played the other two and they're both a lot of fun. So thank you very much for coming on and talking to me. And I wish you the best of luck in the future.
Oh, same on you. The same.
Thank you.
With you. You're welcome, and thank you also.